Hey guys, this is Undercover Dudes all the way from Down Under, and this is my complete Krunker.io beginner's guide and tutorial. This has been a highly suggested video, so make sure to go and smash that like button if you are excited. And in this video, we're going to be going over everything that you need to know in order to play Krunker.io properly. Starting out with joining games and changing classes, then how to set up your settings properly so your game actually looks good, then how to go and slide hop properly so you can speed around the map like the professionals on Twitch and YouTube do, and on top of that, how to go and buy stuff in the store so you can go and get a ton of skins. We're also going to be talking about mods and how to install them, how to go and download the client, but with that said, there is links in the description below for all these different sections, so if you want to skip around the video, please be my guest. Before we start though, I just want to go and say if you enjoy my videos and you want to go and support the channel and you want to buy some KR in Krunker.io, make sure to go and type in the enter creator code section, my creator code UCD, and that will support the channel so much. So thank you guys, and let's get right into it. So as you can see, I'm in my browser, my settings are default, I'm not logged in. This is basically what you will see when you first start playing Krunker.io. Now the first thing I suggest you guys to do is register for an account. So in the top left hand corner you can see the register button, click that and it will ask you for a username and a password. So I'm going to go and make an account called UCD tutorial, and then I will go and put in a little bit of a password right here that hopefully you guys won't guess, and then I hit register. Registers your account, and as you can see I am level 1. Now from here, the next thing I suggest before we get in game is press F11 on your keyboard, and the reason why is because it will make your game go full screen when you're in your browser, so you can go and play and have everything taken up your screen, which is really nice. Now once you're full screen, to go and get in game, you just click to play. You just click your left mouse button and you are popped right in game. So as you can see, we're on a little bit of hardpoint on Berg, and my game doesn't look good. That's the first thing I have to go and say. It doesn't look good. My settings are not correct, and even though it is playable, yes, I can go and kill people, but it's just not really that nice, and your graphics don't look nice, and my field of view's all weird, and there's a lot of things we need to change. Now one thing that a lot of people go and ask me is, how do I go and change classes in Krunker.io? Well, it's very, very easy. All you need to do is press the escape button, and on the right hand side, as you can see, it says Assault Rifle Triggerman. Click Customize. Then when it says Class, click the Triggerman, the blue text here. And then we've got all the classes in Krunker.io. So I want to go and use, let's say, the submachine gun next. So I'm going to hit select. When it says primary and secondary and all that here, these are the different skins that you can have in game. So we're just going to go with that for now. Alright, so I'm just right in front of this guy. He goes and kills me. Currently, I now have my submachine gun class selected. I hit play, and as you can see, I now have the submachine gun, and that works for changing to any class in the game. The next thing I'm going to do is do a mini review of every class in the game. Now this is going to be a very, very quick review of each of the 12 classes, because everybody asking me what's the best class, which one has the best HP and all that. So we're going to go through each one very, very quickly. Starting out with the Triggerman, this is by far the most well-rounded class in the game. With 100 HP, good movement speed, an AK-47 assault rifle for a primary, a secondary as well, this class has everything and is by far one of the best carry classes in the game, since you can dominate people at close, medium and long range. The Hunter class is, in my opinion, the best class in Krunker.io. With a sniper rifle that can one-hit basically anybody in the game except the LMG. That means if you're accurate, you can win every single gunfight. However, with 60 HP, 40 less than the Triggerman, that means if you miss a shot, you are automatically dead. You have to be accurate with this class. The Run and Gun class has a submachine gun primary and 100 HP. However, it doesn't have a secondary. Why not use the Triggerman, you may ask? Well, the Triggerman doesn't have the movement speed benefits the submachine gun does. You can zoom around the map as the running gun, and that is really cool. The light machine gun class has the highest amount of HP in Krunker.io with 170. However, the gun itself is very heavy, has a slow reload, and has low damage. You need to hit multiple headshots. You use the LMG to counter the sniper, because you can tank a body shot or you can tank a headshot, and that means you can go and kill the person because they will never hit you in one hit. Vince with the shotgun is one of the most powerful classes in Krunker.io. You can one-shot people at close to medium range with the shotgun, and at longer ranges you can pull out your secondary weapon. The detective with his revolver is very strong. It can 2-hit any class with 100 HP and one-shot sniper rifles to the body and to the head. This is by far the strongest sniper counter in the game. The marksman class is a bit underpowered. With a semi-automatic rifle that has 8 bullets in the magazine, it does have a low amount of ammo. However, the damage of the gun is very, very powerful. However, the class also has 10 less HP than the Triggerman at 90, and overall this class is a bit underpowered and needs a bit of a buff. The rocket launcher class has the second most HP in Krunker.io at 130. This is a class that everybody hates because it's extremely annoying. You can tank a lot of damage and you can one-shot people with your sniper rifle if you aim correctly. Overall, you won't go and get more than 1 to 2 kills a life though, so if you want to actually get a lot of kills, use a class that takes skill like the Triggerman or the Hunter. The agent with the Akimbo Uzis is a bit of a troll class. In close range, yes you can get kills, but you can't aim down sight, so it makes it impossible to get kills at medium and long range. Overall, I would suggest using the submachine gun over this one. Another troll class you shouldn't use is the runner because it only has a combat knife. If you do want to run around with just the combat knife, go and use the light machine gun class and then swap to the knife because movement speed is bound to the weapon, not to the class. So you're going to be running around at the same speed, but you're going to have a lot more health. The crossbow is a worse version of the sniper. You can get kills in close range, however there is travel time for that bolt, so that means you have to lead your shots, and that is not so good in a fast-paced game like Krunker.io. Yes, you have 40 more HP than the sniper, but overall this is a class that I would be a bit wary of. The last class in Krunker.io is the Commando with the FAMAS Assault Rifle. The FAMAS is a 3-round burst weapon and it's extremely strong if you can hit headshots. Against the sniper, you need 1 headshot and a body shot. Against 100 HP classes, you need 2 headshots and a body shot. That means you can go in one burst a lot of classes in the game. So if you're accurate, this is a gun I really suggest you go and pick up. Now when you go to Krunker.io, the website, it just puts you randomly into a game. But you might want to actually go onto another match or another mode or whatever and try something different out. Now to do that, all you have to do is click the server browser button down here, and it'll go and bring up every room that is currently available. Now for every region, there is a certain amount of rooms and all that, and you'll be thinking, which region do I join? Well, the game auto selects the one that is best for you, and you know that by the top right hand corner. So for me it says the Sydney server, so I'm going to go and join rooms in the Sydney server. So I click here, and let's say I want to go and play, a room of some kind. But these are all 8 out of 8, so I can't join them. But to get rid of the full rooms in the browser, click the hide full button. And now it only shows rooms that have, something open for you to join. So I want to play, let's say, some free-for-all Sub-Zero. This has 5 out of 8. I'm going to go and click that, and it's going to go and put me in game. Now before I get into stuff like how to slide hop properly and how to have good movement in Krunker.io, I'm going to show you guys how to customize your settings, because as you can see, the gun's really big, the game looks quite blurry, overall it doesn't look the best. So we're going to change it up to make it look better so you guys can play better. Now what you need to do is press escape to go back to this menu right here. And in the bottom left hand corner, there is a settings button. So go and click that. And as you can see, this is all the settings currently available for you in Krunker.io to customize. Now, the first thing to customize is the resolution. Now, as you can see, it's on 0.6. Now, when it's on 1, that means it's playing at your normal resolution for your monitor. For most people, that will be 1920 by 1080. So I'm going to put it on 1 now. We'll hop back in game and see how much more crisp and clean the graphics look. So overall, if you have an okay computer, I suggest to go and put your resolution on 1. Look how nice that looks. But if you have a not so good computer and you need, you want it less laggy, what you need to do is bring that down to maybe 0.3, 0.4. Let's put it on 0.3 for now. And as you can see, the game looks not as good. It looks blurrier and looks blockier, but it will run really, really, really nice. So if you have a bad computer, I highly suggest this. Now, the next thing in quality here, we've got particles, bullet trails, muzzle flash, sniper flap. What are these? What are these talking about? Well, particles are just little things floating on your screen to make it look a bit nicer. If you have a bad computer, I would turn that off. Now, when it comes to bullet trails, that is significant when it comes to the sniper. So I'll swap to the sniper quickly and show you guys. Alright, so I'm now using the sniper rifle, and when it comes to these settings right here, they are a bit significant. So when it comes to bullet trails, when you go and fire, let's say a sniper rifle shot, see this bullet trail that's in the air? That is what bullet trails is, and it only is for the sniper rifle. Now, when it comes to muzzle flash, that's pretty simple. I go back in game here. As you can see, I go in fire and my gun is flashing a little bit. Just flashing, you know, it makes the game look a bit nicer, but overall, it might go and be a little bit distracting. So if we go and turn it off right here, as you can see, no muzzle flash. It's a bit cleaner. It's easier to go and aim down sights, and overall, I suggest that if you want to go and, you know, play a little bit better. It might not mean that much, but it can go make a difference. Now, the next thing to talk about is sniper flap. So, as you can see, the sniper looks like a normal, you know, AWP sniper rifle or whatever. But if I go to the settings here and turn on sniper flap, it goes and adds a little flap to my sniper once I go and respawn. So as you can see, we've loaded it in my sniper. Now it has a sniper flap on the right hand side. Makes my gun look a little bit cooler, but overall it doesn't change the gameplay in any way, shape or form. So with that done, let's go into interface. Show UI, you want that on, kill feed and all that. Show ping, you want that on to see how much you're lagging. Show FPS, it goes and shows how many frames per second that you're getting. For most of you guys in the browser, that will be 60 because that's what you're capped to with your monitor. And with show deaths, you turn that on, and on the right hand side, it will show you how many deaths you have. So that's cool to have on as well. So now let's move on to the first part that everybody wants to know about, and that's the crosshair. How to go and customize the crosshair in Krunker.io. Well, it's very, very easy. So we're going to go back to our settings right here. We're going to scroll down to the crosshair section. Now, as you can see, the type is currently on default. So I'm going to go to custom, and I'll talk about these other two a little bit later on. So let's go to custom, and as you can see, there is lots of different styles, cross, hollow, circle, so on, so on. You can choose whatever you like, but my personal preference is for cross. Now, as you can see, there is an option here that says always show. Now, the always show option is really, it's kind of weird, but let me go and show you. I click on it, and then I go back in game. I've got my little crosshair here. I'll change the color a little bit later on. But when I aim down sight, see how the crosshair doesn't go away? It's probably better if I go and increase my size to go and see. So we've got this big crosshair that doesn't look very nice, but if I aim down sight, see how the crosshair is still in the center of my screen. And if I swap to my sniper rifle, see how the crosshair is still there. So it's always showing no matter what. Now, when it comes to color, I suggest you to change it to something maybe like green, like a bright green. That means it will really stand out. It'll be easier to put the crosshair on your opponent's head. Now, for size, I suggest to go for a small size. I personally like size 4 and thickness 2, but you might like it a little bit bigger or smaller. But as you can see, it's just a little bit of a little tiny crosshair in the middle of my screen, so it doesn't take up that much. However, that's just if you want like the Counter-Strike style. You can also go and increase the size, make it like 12 or something like that, and that makes it a little bit bigger. My personal preference, however, is to go for a layered style. Now, the layered style means you have the dynamic crosshair moving in and out, but also the custom one in the middle. So this is my settings right here if you want to go and see. So as you can see, I've got these dynamic crosshairs that are moving around, and so if I scope in, I know when I'm 100% accurate when it goes and converges to the center. And that's the same for like my pistol right here. I know it's 100% accurate when I'm fully scoped in. So now moving into the gameplay section, as you can see, we've got the two sensitivity options. The first one is just if you're moving around. The second one is if you're aiming down sight. I personally like mine on 1.1 and 1.1, but this is all up to personal preference. Now, field of view though, this is something that is quite important. So as you can see, we've got my sniper right here, and it looks, you know, the world looks very in, and you can't see much around you. Now, the way to go and see more of your map is to change your field of view. So we go to settings right here, we scroll the way down, we've got field of view setting. Now, mine currently is at 90. 90 is the setting I play on. And as you can see, you see a decent amount of the map. It doesn't look too weird, everything looks kind of normal. But you can go and change the setting all the way up to, let's say, 120, and then look how much of the map that you see. But personally, this is a bit disorientating, and it makes the characters look quite small, and for me personally, that makes them harder to hit. Now, the best way to play this game competitively is on the highest FOV, yes, but it's up to personal preference when it comes down to it. So I personally go and suggest somewhere between 90 and 110, and that's probably the zone that you should be in. So I'm going to keep it on 90 for now. Scroll direction, that's something for settings, we'll show you later on. Stream mode, that's where it's just the text is backwards, so if people swear, you can't go and see it. Challenge mode is something to go and talk about. When you go and activate challenge mode, you don't regenerate HP, but you get more Krunker points per kill. Now, Krunker points, we'll talk about it later on, but you can go and buy, you know, prize wheels here, and you can go and get skins. So if you really want to get as much Krunker points as possible, go and put on challenge mode. It will make your game a lot harder, and also you get half the amount of health. So that's also not so good, but it goes and gets you more KR. So go and work with that. Invert y-axis, don't worry about it. Name tags, everyone team only, enemy only. Enemy only, probably pretty good just so you can only focus on your enemies, but I currently have it on everyone. Sound is sound. Now let's move over the view model. This is important. So weapon FOV, this is how in or out your weapon is. By default, it's on 70. I personally have mine on 110. And as you can see, my gun is very far out, and it also takes up less of the screen, which is quite good, and the gun's more centered. I really like this, but some people like it higher, some people like it lower. You can go all the way up to, I think, much higher than I've got it right here. So I've got 110. You can go to 120, and that means it's like way far out. But you can go and customize your settings to however you like it. I personally like it on 110, up to personal preference. Now, weapon bobbing right here. As you can see, when we're moving around, see how the gun goes and wobbles back and forth right here? Pull out the pistol, see how it's wobbling and all that? You can go and reduce that. And currently, it's set on 1.0, I believe. But what you can go and do is move it down to 0. The gun just stands still. So, see how the gun doesn't move? It looks very weird, but this is pretty cool if you just don't really want to focus on your gun. You just want it being there and not moving. I currently have mine on 0.3, I believe. So if we go and scroll down here, view model, weapon bobbing, I have it on 0.3. So my gun just moves a little bit. Now, with show primary, secondary, melee, pretty simple, right? If you turn them off, you don't see the gun. So I'm going to turn these all off, and it doesn't show my pistol, doesn't show my knife, doesn't show my sniper rifle and all that, but it does show when I go and scope in. So that's if you want to be like full professional gamer, right, and just see everything on your screen. This is, you know, probably the setting that you want. But personally, I like looking at my gun and my skin, so I have my guns turned on. Now, these things like editing, shaders, and mods, do not worry about it. But these two things right here, probably important to go and talk about. Scope borders and scope image. Now, when we're just in-game right here and we aim down sights with the sniper rifle, as you can see, we've just got the default scope. But as you can see, it's got a very black a ring around it, so you can't see anything to the left and right. So if I was aiming down sight right here, I couldn't see somebody coming from doors, and that can be a bit of a problem. Now, in Krunker.io, you can go and have custom scopes. You can customize a lot of stuff in this game. There's a lot of tutorials out there if you want to go and find them. Now, all you need to do to find a custom scope image is just go to Google and type in Krunker scope link or Krunker custom scope or something like that. There's a ton of tutorials, but I'm going to click this link and I've already got it open. And these people have put a ton of links down that you can go and check out these different crosshairs. Now, I've chosen two right here. This is a custom scope that looks pretty cool, but this one is a bit more clean, and it's made by a person from the clan Omen. There is clans in this game, by the way, and we'll talk about it later on. So what you need to do is copy that link right here, go back to krunker.io, wherever it is, there it is, and you go to the scope image URL, you copy paste it in, and turn scope borders off. Now, I'll keep it on just to show you why it's bad. And if you've ever watched Phase Rain, he has scope borders on, and it just, man, it triggers me. But as you can see, there's this big black border around that. You do not want that. Go back to your settings, scroll all the way down, and turn scope borders off. And as you can see, I see everything now. I've got this transparent border. I can see if anybody's come to the left or the right, whatever. This is what you want. Very, very, very cool custom setting, and I highly suggest people to go and do it because you get to see more when you're using a sniper. It's a win-win. Alright guys, so the next thing I'm going to show you is how to slide hop correctly in Krunker.io. Now, slide hopping is probably the most important technique I would say in Krunker.io. If you don't know how to slide hop, you're not playing the game correctly. It's a difficult technique to master, but once you can go and get it, you can get a ton of speed and you can just go around the map really, really fast. So, to start it off, I'm just going to be walking around here, and this is just normal movement using WASD. And what most people go and do is they just bunny hop, right? They just press the space bar and they bunny hop around the map. Now, bunny hopping can get a little bit of speed, and it can be useful in really, really tight corners when slide hopping with just too much speed is a bit much to handle. But what you want to learn is how to slide hop correctly. Slide hopping is really, really easy. You just need to get your button combinations correct, and you got to get into your muscle memory. So walking forward, just hold W, and press the space bar, then press shift on the way down. Space bar, then shift on the way down. And as you can see, you do a little bit of a slide hopping, because we use the slide mechanic. It's a crouch mechanic also, but when you're coming down from a jump, you slide, you do a slide here. So just space for jump, and then shift. Space, shift, space, shift. As you can see, we're not getting too much speed, but we're just getting a slide. So what you can go and do now is chain those together. So when you do your slide, do another jump into a slide, another jump into a slide, and chain them together. Alright, so have a look here. We're walking forward, I press jump, and then shift. Jump, shift, jump, shift, jump, shift, jump, shift, jump, shift, jump, shift, so on and so on. And when you're going around this map and you just get your button combinations correct, man, you get a lot of speed. As you can see with the knife right here, I'm just zooming around the map. But it doesn't just work for the knife. It works for the sniper rifle, works for the pistol, it works for every weapon in the game. However, one thing that I do want to go and say is certain weapons are easier to bunny hop than others and slide hop than others. So have a look here with the sniper rifle. With the sniper, you jump and see, you jump moderate height. With a pistol, you jump a little bit higher. And the knife, you jump a little bit higher. Now, the reason why slide hopping with the knife is easier is because your window to do the actual slide hop is bigger. So you jump and see how big that window is. Big window for you because you're really in the air for quite a long time. With a sniper, however, it's a little bit more difficult because you've got to go and press your keys faster in order to go and get your slide hop correct. Now this goes and works with other weapons as well, and most notably the light machine gun. A light machine gun is very difficult to bunny hop or slide hop with, and I'll show you right now. Alright, so as you can see with the light machine gun right here, I'm walking very, very slow and I can't jump very high. It's a very, very heavy weapon. Compared to the knife, see how high you jump. That's why slide hopping with this is easy, and the pistol and the sniper rifle and submachine gun as well. Like, I would suggest using either the submachine gun or the sniper rifle to start your slide hopping, or the revolver as well, very light weapon. But with the light machine gun right here, your timing window is a lot shorter. So I'm pressing keys very, very quickly in order to get the slide hop, and it's very easy to go and drop. You just got to go and get the muscle memory correct. And if you can go and do this correct, the light machine gun becomes a very, very powerful class. You have a lot of health, you're moving very, very quickly, people can't go and hit you, and overall it's really, really, really good. But as you can see, a lot easier with the knife compared to the light machine gun. But what you can do is you can start off with the knife and get the speed, and then swap to the light machine gun, but you still need to go and press your keys very quickly. Alright guys, so a technique that I really want you guys to see is how to slide hop while aiming down sight. This is really important if you just want to get the drop on somebody and basically instantly kill them and they think you're a hacker because you're scoping in so quickly, but you're already scoped in, but you're moving really fast. So what you got to do is just start off with a normal slide hop, as we were just doing before. But what you need to go and do is learn how to slide hop, but also how to do it while aiming down sight. So as you can see here, I'm aiming down sight. I'm going around the map. I've still got all that speed that you're showing before. It seems like I'm a little bit slower, and that's just because I dropped it there. But it seems like I'm slower, but as you can see, I've got my slide hop, I unscope, I've got the speed. It's just because the field of view is lower when you're aiming down in the sights. So I go around here, I'm slide hopping, bang, I shoot someone right in the head. I've got so much speed coming out of here, I've got no idea what's happening. Very easy kill. The one spot I use this for, that's one spot here. Another spot I use this for in Sub-Zero is if I go in with your knife. And by the way, random tip, when you're slide hopping, start your slide hop with your knife out just to get an extra little bit of height in speed, and then go and swap to your thing. So whenever I spawn, I'll always swap to my knife, I'll vault over here, I'll go and jump on that box, and then I get a little bit more speed coming into mid. So then I go through here, and I boop somebody coming around here, and they have just got no idea what's happening, because I'm moving really fast, and they've just spawned basically. It's a really cool thing if you can go and get it down properly. However, as you've seen multiple times, I drop my slide hops regularly. It's something that you just got to keep practicing, and it's something that you can never master. So as you can see here, that's the perfect example. I'm slide hopping the mid, I bang, someone's there, I go and kill them very easily. For some reason, I didn't have the always show option on my crosshair. That's a little bit embarrassing, but as you can see, my sniper looks a lot nicer. My sniper scope, when I've already got my crosshair here, I just come around the corner, bang, just shoot someone there. That was a bit inaccurate, but you know what I mean. Now, since we're going and talking about weapon techniques and all that, I wanted to bust out the shotgun really quickly, because the stuff that you can do with a shotgun is really cool, and not many people know about it. So, if I'm going here and I'm against the wall, and I fire against the wall with a shotgun, have a look, my character goes backwards. I fire again, my character goes backwards again. The shotgun has physical recoil, and that means you go backwards, or up in the air if you shoot at the ground. This is me, no hand on the keyboard right here. I'm going up in the air because of the physical recoil. And that means you can go and basically rocket jump around the map. It's really cool. So what you can do, you can slide hop right here, and then you can go boop and get a ton of height, and people don't expect you to be up there. So if you're in the sky right here and someone's down, they're looking at, you know, this section right here, and you can just go bang right on their head. Alright guys, so the technique I want to show you is a really cool one, and it's how to go and get from here all the way into market by going over this pretty big wall. And you'll be thinking, how do you go and do that? But with the shotgun jump mechanic, you can go and get just enough height to go here, but then you need a little bit more. But because you got 2 shots in the barrel, you can go and do it. Now the professionals, they go and slide hop all the way over here, then do it in one motion, but we'll break it down, and hopefully I get this first try, but this is not the easiest thing to do. So what you're going to do is you line up against here, and then you jump and fire basically the same time, but your jump is just a little bit earlier than your fire. You jump a little bit early, and then you fire. So, and oh my god, I screwed it up. So what you do is you jump fire, and you fire again. And as you can see, pretty much gets you over the wall very nicely. But with that said, if you get a little bit of speed going with here, you go like this, I'm probably gonna screw it up. Ow, hey, I got it first try on the second one. There you go. So as you can see, you can go into market here, and if you do it really cleanly, you can just land right here, but I just went on the tarp. But that's a technique that you can go and do with the shotgun, but most of the time you're just going to be, you know, hopping around the map like this and getting some pretty cool kills. Alright, so the next thing I want to go and talk about is how to download the client, and it's very, very easy. In the top right hand corner, as you can see, there is this little, arrow down button, so download. If you go and click it, it goes and pops up the installers, so click the Windows one, if you're Windows, so on and so on. A file will pop up, install it, and double click the official Krunker thing, and then you are ready to go. I don't really need to give a tutorial on how to install a program, I think, but as you can see, I am currently in the client, and the reason why I really like the client is because of the unlimited FPS option. If we scroll down to the bottom here, unlimited FPS, that means my slide hops are way, way easier. Like, it's so much easier to go and slide hop on client if you have high FPS than on browser. But with that said, if you have a really bad computer, you're going to be FPS limited anyway. Unlimited FPS is not going to give you more frames per second. It just unlocks it. So if you have a decent computer, you can go up to 200, 300, so on and so on. And that's pretty cool. Alright guys, so the next thing we're going to talk about is the shop, the marketplace, how to go and buy skins and stuff like that. We're going to show it right now. So all you need to go and do is go to the shop right here, and as you can see, we've got the marketplace. We'll talk about that just in a little bit, but we've got the prize wheels, and with the prize wheels, you can go and spin heroic spins, hunter spins, which are snipers only, tie spins, which are outfits only, so on and so on. But the heroic spin is the one that you probably want to go with if you want to try to go and get some really cool skins. The reason why? 0.5% chance of a contraband, and the contraband skin is one that I will go and show right here. And I currently have a contraband on my submachine gun twice. The rainbow and the Zonvox, these are animated skins, so I'll hop in game quickly. As you can see, it's got the Matrix feel right here, pretty cool indeed. And this is the one, very few skins in the game that have the animated thing. Now, with that said, I want this guy to actually kill me. Come on, kill me. There we go. There is other weapons like assault rifles and sniper rifles as well, and you can go and buy that in the marketplace, but we'll show that a little bit later on. So with the heroic spin, you go here, you click, you spend a 500 KR, and I got an M14 whatever. And this gets addicting, right? You can keep going. Oh, close. Come on, I got a FAMAS skin for the new weapon in the game. I got a legendary skull mask. That's pretty cool. Come on, let's just do one more just for the sake of it. Oh, man, if I got a contraband, that would have been pretty sick. But the way to go and get KR in this game, there is a few ways. First way is to purchase KR, and so if I type in my creator code here, by the way, UCD here, it goes and gives me a little bit of a kickback, supports the channel, but you can go and buy KR through real life money. But you can also go and buy KR through, get KR through this free KR button. Every 6 hours you click here and it gives you 200 KR, so save it up and you can go and buy stuff and whatnot. You can also go and get KR, but by, by completing matches. When you go and finish a match, there's a minute left in this one, but as you can see in the top right hand corner, I have 320 points, so that will go and get me 3 KR. If I have 2,000 points, that will go and get me 20 KR, so on, so and so on. So it's not much, but the better you get, the more KR that you get. And also, random thing, the reason why my mouse flicks like that sometimes is because my mouse polling rate is too high. If it's on 1000 Hertz, your mouse polling rate, what can happen is your mouse can do random flicks, and that is a little bit distracting. So go and turn it on to 500 or 125 Hertz, and it'll go and fix it. So that's something I probably should go and do as well. Alright, so the match has ended. I came in second, some guy left. By the way, use code UCD. I'll show you how to do that ending text, which is pretty cool. But as you can see, I got 1,000 points, so I get 10 KR. And there's also this ending thing where you can go and choose what map you want to go and mode and play next. So I want to play Sub-Zero TDM, and that will go and put me into it. But if you want to go and just bypass this, press the tilde key just under the escape, and it brings up the menu. So you don't actually have to wait. So you can change your class and all that. And that's just a cool little snippet. I know we're going over the place with these tips right here, but by the way, when you want to go and have your match end message, you just go to the settings, scroll down to the bottom, and see I've gone and put use code UCD. So I'm promoting my creator code right here. And you can go and put a profile image URL, which is this thing right here, red dot image, so on and so on. So there's a lot of stuff that you can go and customize. But going back on track, redeem voucher right here is if you go and get a voucher from a streamer or YouTuber like myself, you can put that in here, click redeem, and you can go and get KR, which is pretty cool, but you can only get that from giveaways, so make sure to be wary about that. Now, the last thing I want to go and talk about is how to buy and sell items on the Krunker Market. So as you can see here, click Krunker Market, and this is a place where people can go and buy and sell skins, but it's like an auction, so you can't directly trade from one person to another, so please be wary about that. So as you can see, I'm on the market right here. It's got some fancy music playing in the background, and we've got a lot of cool skins that we can go and buy. We've got knives in the games, we've got angelic wings, we've got another rainbow one, but that's for the sniper rifle, so on and so on. But for you guys, if you just want to go and get some skins really cheap, don't go for the spins, just go here, go to like rare uncommon, go lowest price, hit search, and people are going to say, look, how many people are selling these skins for 1KR, 4KR? Like, come on. When you go and put something up for auction, you have to wait 10 minutes, so you can't just instantly put it there and if it was a mistake, someone could automatically snap it up. There is about a 10-minute waiting period just in case you put the incorrect price, and you can pull it during that 10 minutes as well. Like for example, this flame one for 9KR, pretty sick. So you go through here and you can just go and buy whatever skins you like and go and kit yourself out. But you can also go in, let's say, the contraband section right here, and people selling the cool stuff, like the really cool skins. 11,000, wow. 11,000 for the Zomvox, not that bad, wow. That's actually really cheap for a contraband skin. There must be lots of these going around. So once you've gone and purchased your skin, how to go and equip it? Well, I think I've shown it before, but you go to customize here, and under primary, click that. So by default, it will just be submachine gun. So you click submachine gun, and it shows you all your skins. So I can put on my rainbow one, I could put on my PewDiePie one right here. It's a PewDiePie skin, and you put that on, and what you can also go and do is change your knife if you have one, put your hat on if you have one, and so on, customize your character and make them look all cool. You got a spray as well, you can change the skin color of your character. Decent amount of customization when it comes to this game. I just wanted you to be aware of it. Now, the last thing I want to go and show you is mods, and mods just brings another element to the game, and it's so cool. So I'm going to go and equip my sniper rifle, and I'm just going to go and keep it default, and I'll show you why. So I've got my sniper rifle here. I'm going to go to mods. When you go and click mods, got mod guide, mod list, publish mod view, or whatever. Click the mods list, and it will go and show the most popular mods that are available right now. So as you can see, OG Krunker mod, this was the original sniper model in the game. M4A1, Scar H, there is knives, there is no sight on the AK, there's the axe by fire, intervention vector, there is so much cool stuff that you can go and do. There's even Tracer, like Tracer with the Overwatch, with the Akimbo and all that. But what we'll just go and do for now is we'll put the intervention skin on. So what you do, you just click here, and you just wait a little bit, it extracts, success. That's it. That's legit it. And now you've got the intervention in game. Now that is pretty sick indeed. That is pretty sick. And there is no advantages to this. Oh my god, it's so disorientating. I've never used this skin before, but look, it looks so cool, and you can go and do it for a multitude of weapons and stuff like that. So I would go for the Scar H right here. You click it, loads up the mod, it extracts. It's so easy. Go to assault rifle. And as you can see, I've got a Scar H. Obviously, because I've got the AK Gold Rush skin, it's probably not the best. But if I go and swap around my skins and all that, but look, I got the Scar H. It's pretty sick. So if you want your guns to go and look different, the mod section is for you. Alright guys, so the last thing I want to go and show you is clans. So clans are pretty cool because you can go and join just like a group of people, and you can go and talk to them and all that. It's just a cool thing that you can have in Krunker.io. So to go and join a clan, as you can see, I've gone to my profile right here, and it says none because I'm on the other account, the test account. So if you click here, you can see create clan, you can create your own, and then join clans. So you can go view clans, and we'll go and show every clan that is currently available in Krunker.io, which is pretty sweet. So as you can see, these are all the clans in Krunker.io, and it goes from the highest ranked all the way down to the lowest ranked. And what you can go and do is apply to one of these clans, but you have to be a certain level. And so what you can go and do is apply to one of these clans. So let's say if I wanted to go and apply to Omen. Omen's a clan in game. There's verbs, lots of clans in game. I hit and it says must be at least level 10. So you got to be at least level 10 to go and join a clan. And let's say I wanted to make a clan called WDFA or something like that. I don't know, just random letters. You must be at least level 20 to go and create a clan. So as you can see, there is some requirements for clans as of right now. The last thing I want to go and mention though is if you want to go and play with your friends, what you can go and do is click this invite button and it copies the link to your room, and all you got to do is click the join button and then copy and paste that link in here, click join, and you'll go and join the room. So that's how you can go and get your friends to join the game and all that. So it's very, very, very easy. So that's basically everything that you need to know in order to start playing Krunker.io. Now obviously if you do all of this, you're going to be like a really good player. So make sure to go and practice the slide hopping. Make sure to go and practice your slide hopping by aim down sights and the different weapons and all that. And have fun with Krunker.io. If you have any questions, make sure to go and post them in the comment section below. I will be responding and other people will respond as well. But other than that, undercover dudes all the way from down under, out.